UNRE Council approves SRC. National government facilitates 90 million kina for TFF funds. And fatal accident kills 4 in Southern Highlands province.
This is National EMTV News with Meriba Tulo.
Thank you for joining me. This is Sunday's news. The University of Natural Resources and Environment has reached a number of resolutions following weeks of problems on campus. The Governing Council and the University Administration approved for the re-establishment of the Student Representative Council. Following a special academic board meeting on Thursday, changes have also been endorsed regarding the teaching modes. Deli Bagu with more on this development.
The University of Natural Resources and Environment's main Woodall campus in East New Britain recently got the attention of its local MP when students boycotted classes and threatened a mass withdrawal. The University Governing Council and Administration have approved the re-establishment of the UNRE SRC with amendments to the Act. A special academic board meeting was held on Thursday to endorse the changes in arrangement of the courses from block mode to semesterized arrangement.
I have the pleasure to inform you, all continuing students of this university, that starting on Monday, the 13th April 2015, course will be on semesterized arrangement.
UNRE Acting Vice-Chancellor Dr. Samson Laup also informed that steps are being taken for the re-establishment of the staff academic and non-academic associations. He said amendments will be made to allow for these associations to exist again. Dr. Laup said the Governing Council and the administration has also taken note of the letter of understanding that was recently signed by the students and the parties concerned. Dr. Laup said the government provides for universities a set budget allocation each year, and the PNG University of Natural Resource and Environment was provided a budget of over 18 million kina in 2015. This, he said, was an increase of 24% compared to last year's allocation, but he said this is still insufficient. Dr. Laup said this year the university will submit a reality budget which will help to accommodate the transition from the block course mode to the semester-based arrangement. He said the institution will need the support from the Ministry for Higher Education, Science, Research and Technology to get this budget approved by the government. Deli Bagu, National, EMTV News, Woodall.
A sum of 90 million kina was facilitated by the government to ensure schools are operating normally in the second term. Prime Minister Peter O'Neill announced this second batch of tuition fee-free payments last Friday. The outstanding payments will be made direct to individual schools starting this week. As investigations into misappropriated TFF fees continue, PM says the investigation team will provide details of schools that have limited funds so the money can be paid direct to them. The Prime Minister says free education is a core policy of his government and he will make sure schools are fully funded. This 90 million kina funding comes after many primary, secondary and vocational schools threatened to shut down in Term 2. 4 people, including a child, are dead following a fatal accident in the early hours of Saturday. The accident occurred along the Highlands Highway at Kirene in Imbongu district of Southern Highlands. Those killed were passengers in a fuel delivery truck owned by the IPI group of companies. The deceased include 2 females, a 7-year-old girl and a male from Enga province. Southern Highlands Provincial Police Commander Sibron Papoto says the driver escaped death while a 5th female passenger is fighting for her life at the Mendi General Hospital. The bodies of the deceased are now at the Mendi General Hospital.
Southern Highlands Provincial Police Commander Sibron Papoto, in a phone interview, said police are investigating the accident.
The truck owned by IPI trucking company, it's a fuel delivery truck. It was destined to Mendi to deliver the fuel. And on its way, the driver and a crew who were believed to be from Menga, they took on board 4 extra passengers.
PPC Papoto says while investigations are continuing, unconfirmed reports show that there must have been technical problems which caused the accident.
Bystanders, they removed a child who is about 5 to 6 years old, And then with the arrangement of the ambulance from Mendi, they was a trial out to the Mendi General Hospital for emergency treatment. And then they couldn't get the other 3 bodies, about 4 of them inside the delivery truck, the female and 3 male.
He said those females killed are from Porolo village in Lower Mendi in the Imbongu district, while the male passenger who died is from Enga province. The PPC is calling on relatives of the deceased to allow for proper investigations to be completed and stay away from the idea of retaliation.
Is not to take the law into their own hands, unnecessarily block off the road and arrest or threaten any drivers from that particular company, IPR or any other major companies contracted to LNG as well as oil sets and any other business houses here in Mendi and in LR2.
Police are now calling on the driver to immediately surrender.
Appealing to the driver to immediately surrender to the police station at Manhagen so that my investigators from Mendi, since the incident happened here, we need to, have that driver immediately arrested and charged for driving, dangerous driving causing death.
PPC Papoto said police in the province have the situation under control and the fuel delivery truck is waiting to be moved back to Mount Hagen. Michelle Amba, National EMTV News.
Police in Enga have removed the body of a man who was brutally murdered and his body burnt in his own house. According to Enga Provincial Police Commander George Kakas, the incident occurred last week in Sopas, where several men armed with high-powered rifles attacked the deceased, shooting him in his stomach. His body was then set alight in his own house. EMTV warns that some images in this report may be distressing to some viewers.
These photos sent by Enga Provincial Police Commander George Kakas shows the aftermath of the incident. It also shows police retrieving the body of late Berom Alo, while CID officers look for evidence at the crime scene. The deceased's younger brother Payo Alo and another male relative were also shot dead. The wife of late Beron Alo and a child aged 7 years old escaped the scene but sustained bullet wounds. The brutal attack on the family has left the community shocked and wondering why the incident occurred. One thing for sure is that Sopas has been a tribal conflict area in the last 20 years, with subclans within the Sakarawan tribe having regular disputes and tribal fights. PPC Kakas says fast response from his men has helped to curb the situation while protecting millions of kina worth of assets from Sopas Health Center and Nursing College. He also commended the relatives of the deceased who have assisted in maintaining peace and not retaliate. Police are currently camping on site while investigations continue. Bridget Komatep, National EMTV News.
You're watching National EMTV News. UNRE hosts 18th graduation despite hiccups. A preview of the upcoming UMFM Music Awards and the Pacific Games baton travels into Medang's inland. All that after the break. Welcome back to the news. The University of Natural Resources and Environment hosted its 18th graduation, where 164 passed out with flair. The ceremony was officiated by the University Chancellor, Margaret Elias, and witnessed by parents and friends. Special awards were also given to the top graduating students under the various programs from the Vudal, Popondetta, and Maprik campuses.
The University of Natural Resource and Environment is the only established agricultural university in the country, with 3 campuses, the main one at Vudal in East New Britain, the Popondetta campus in Northern Province, and the Maprik campus in East Sepik Province. Over 160 students donned their gowns and joined the graduation procession to receive their respective diplomas and degrees. Present were academic staff, campus directors, friends, and family. Students were awarded in the following programs: Masters of Management, Graduate Certificate of Management, Bachelor of Tropical Agriculture, Bachelor of Fisheries Marine Resources, Diploma in Tropical Agriculture, and Diploma in Fisheries and Marine Resources. Special recognition was given to the top students and ducks of the various graduating classes. One of them was Kambi Peso, top graduating students in Bachelor of Tropical Agriculture Industry Project.
I believe that the
is the right path to discover new things. We would realize that real satisfaction of who really we are and what we are doing to impact our people and contribute to our nation's development.
Prizes for the top students were given by companies such as the P&G Cocoa Coconut Institute, New Britain Palm Oil, Nari, and other business houses who also employ some of the graduates of the university. Guest and chairman of Nonga Base Hospital, Nakikus Konga, urged graduates to remember that their primary task was to ensure that government policies work when it comes to sustaining and strengthening the country's natural resources.
The whole strategy and mission of the university rests squarely on the fifth pillar of Vision 2050 on environmental sustainability and climate change.
Mr. Konga also challenged the government to consider developing impact projects which can provide employment for university graduates who are still seeking jobs. He reminded graduates of their resourceful skills training where they can work the land and also benefit from spin-offs in investment opportunities. Delhi Bagu, National MTV News.
Local radio station Yumi FM has continued to recognize talent in the music industry over the last decade. 2015 is no exception, with organizers of the Yumi FM partnering to host the 11th Yumi FM Music Awards next Saturday at the Lamana Gold Club. Organizers held a news conference this afternoon to highlight the upcoming awards night.
Some of the musicians vying for the different awards in the Yumi FM Music Awards were at the news conference.
A rugby player can hang his boots after he resigns or has some injury in his body. But in music, I'm telling you, Frank Sinatra sang until he went to the grave.
Others included lone female artist Sharon Gelly from Solomon Islands, Jagarisa, Stagaja, and members of Jokema Band.
Really big shout out to all the fans that have been supporting our music over the years. We performed last year, but thanks to your support, we're also performing again this year.
It's an anniversary of the music, celebrating music. So it's for the fans, because the people have made us, and because of your support, we are where we are today. So.
The Yumi FM Music Awards has been an avenue where musicians and bands have been recognized for their talents and contributions to the music industry.
Some who have sort of not really known in terms of profile. The Yumi FM Music Awards has helped to launch their careers and
some of the success stories from the awards has been the Jokema Band, which has and is still a popular band in the country. There are different awards categories which include the longest charting song, chart consistency, South Pacific Artist of the Year, and Rookie of the Year, among others. Special inclusion on the Yumi FM Music Awards night will be the late Justin Kelly Tribute and Award, Lifetime Achievement, and an artist will be included into the Hall of Fame. The awards night will be held at the Lamana Gold Club on Saturday, 18th April, and tickets are already on sale. Mickey Cavera, National MTV News.
Prime Minister Peter O'Neill was in Mendi, Southern Highlands, to open the new Mendi Travellers Inn. He flew into Mendi last Friday, accompanied by Finance Minister James Marape, Works Minister Francis Awesa, and his son, Brian O'Neill. Hundreds gathered to receive the Prime Minister.
There at the Mendi airport to receive Prime Minister Peter O'Neill and the two ministers plus the young O'Neill were Southern Islands Governor William Powie, provincial business leaders, Southern Highlands Provincial Police Commander and the owner of the new hotel. Many more lined up the streets of Mendi to get a glimpse of the Prime Minister. The Prime Minister and his delegation were led into Mendi Travellers Inn by many sing-sing groups and hundreds of men, women and children. He was given a tour through the new hotel before opening the Mendi Travellers Inn. All speakers, including the Prime Minister, urged Southern Islanders to embrace change and move away from tribalism and encourage business activities in the province.
Mas trulo come join him this celebration because plenty time province blow Yumi, Mendi headquarters na district blow Yumi, Yumi sawe, aremol, tok nunggut taso. Ino good blood tok nunggut taso. Place blow fight, place blow law and order problem. Kind all rubbish passing sakamabla here. So slowly we are changing our province and we are changing our country. There is no reason why our people of Southern Highlands should not do business. You agree, Lodisla? School fee, you hard work, long in. All that, something you hard work, working long in. Uniform, long school picking need to, kind or something, long service, long government working work stuff, yeah? If the people of Southern Highlands are not prepared to do business, when the government people are working work, you tell me who's going to change you.
Owner of Mendi Travellers Inn, Peter Nupri, while acknowledging the Prime Minister for accepting the invitation, he spoke about his vision to change the public's perception of Mendi and Southern Highlands.
I am only hopeful that this facility and other improvements happening in the province will attract and bring confidence to business activities in Southern Highlands.
The Prime Minister once again reminded Papua New Guinean entrepreneurs to utilize the government's SME policy. Michelle Amba, National MTV News.
You're watching National MTV News. Trukai Sports is next. The details after the break. Stay with us.
Trukai Sports.
Welcome to Trukai Sports. The Oil Search Pacific Games Relay Baton left Medang Town and travelled inland, visiting schools, communities and villages. The first stop, Transgogol, where locals got a chance to touch the baton.
Students from Transgogol High School led the procession of hundreds of kids. From a slow walk, they picked up the pace along the journey. Girls were given the honor of carrying the baton to the school grounds. Athletes from Tuspab High School were supporting the baton run and carried it to the youth of Bao Vocational Center, who continued the relay. The baton continued on. Uman Village, the next stop. The baton passed and then ran through. The blowing of the conch shell signifying the baton leaving Uman and on to its next destination. With a police escort all the way to Amela Primary, whose students had lined the road, there were more banners as the baton made its way into Hoho Village. There, it was passed to what turned out to be members from a local soccer team, several showing their medals won in the 6th BSP-PNG Games in Leh.
To the NSL now, and Leh City dwellers still maintain top form in the Telecom National Soccer League with a 6-0 victory over Oro FC in Leh yesterday. The Oro boys were on a mission to return from their 4-0 loss to Leh from round 1. However, Leh caused them more upset with the 6-0 win. Leh's goalkeeper, Ronald Warrison, scored the final goal, setting a national record for a semi-professional competition in Papua New Guinea.
The St. Ignatius Kilage Stadium was packed with a vocal crowd as dwellers goalkeeper Ronald Warrison runs from his own goal mount to his opponents. What that was going to unfold was history in the making for a young goalkeeper in the semi-professional competition. And yes, Warrison scored the final goal for the dwellers to win 6-0.
Yeah, family lo yellow lane lo vieto. Critical goalkeeper scoring. It's a very mistreated goalkeeper scored on a NSL level.
The Leh City dwellers showed much concentration in the game, this allowing Oro's front line from getting past the back line and even scoring a goal. Oro, on the other hand, were faced with a major ball handling problem. Their finishing touches were also poor and were placed under pressure by the dwellers.
Today's game is very disappointing. Very disappointing performance replacement, but very lacking support play.
Raymond Gunemba opened the scoreboard in the first half and then scored another 2 in the second half, with Nigel Dabinyaba also scoring a double.
Second half, coach Dr. Glomika, so I think our boys go inside and we just kick on now. Second half, so we're putting good result.
In other NSL results, at Liverton Oval in Medang, Besta FC went down to Medang FC 3-2, while Admiralty FC defeated Port Moresby FC 3-0 in the nation's capital. Sylvester Gawi, National MTV Sports, Leh.
The sports ends here. I'll bring you the weather details for tonight and tomorrow after the break.
True Kai Sports. True Kai Sports.
Taking a look at the weather forecast for tonight and tomorrow in the southern region, Port Moresby, Daru and Kerma, brief evening showers. Showers then rain for Popondetta and evening showers for Alatau. Over to the Momasi region, Lae, a few evening showers, showers in Madang, evening showers in Wewak and late evening showers in Vanimore. To the New Guinea Islands region, Lorangau and Kavieng, mostly fine, a few showers expected in Kimbe, brief evening showers for Kokopo, Rabaul and Buka. And in the Highlands region, showers then rain for Mount Hagen, Goroka and Kundiawa, showers then morning fog, and showers and thunderstorms for Mendi and Wabeg. Before we go, recapping our headlines, UNRE Governing Council approves for the re-establishment of the Student Representative Council. Prime Minister Peter O'Neill facilitates 90 million kina for second-term TFF funds, and 4 dead in Southern Highlands road accident. And that has been the news, sports and weather for Sunday, the 12th of April 2015. From the news team, pleasant viewing. Good night.